Alright, what's up guys? In this video we're going to pick up some calculus here. It's going to be another integration practice video, but we're going to evaluate a trig integral. So we're asked to evaluate the definite integral from 0 to pi over 4. We got cosine squared of 2x dx. Alright, so there's not much to this one. We can just start out by using a trig identity. So remember the half angle identity. Remember that cosine squared theta, for example, remember that's 1 plus cosine of 2 theta all over 2. That's a half angle identity. So since we got cosine squared of 2x, well, that just means that cosine squared of 2x in our case, since that's the variable that we're using, is just going to be equal to 1 plus cosine of 4x all over 2. Okay, so what I can do is factor out a 1/2. So I'll have 1/2, and then I'll have the integral from 0 to pi over 4. And what we'll have on the inside here is 1 plus cosine of 4x dx. So hopefully you're with me so far on how I got there. And so we'll have 1/2. And then we'll have our integral from 0 to pi over 4. And we'll have 1 dx plus the integral from 0 to pi over 4. And then we'll have cosine of 4x dx. So you break it up that way. So we're not worried about the 1/2 right now. Let's just deal with the integrals separately. And I'm going to break them down into small incremental steps like this, just so I can make sure everybody's following me. So we're integrating a constant here with respect to x, so that's just going to be x. And this would be from 0 to pi over 4. So obviously here we get pi over 4 minus 0, which we know is obviously pi over 4. Now we go to the next part, which is from 0 to pi over 4. And we have cosine of 4x integrated with respect to x. So recall that the antiderivative in this case is just going to be 1/2 sine of 4x, and this needs to be evaluated from 0 to pi over 4. Okay. So the question is, well, what do we get here? Well, if we stick in pi over 4, well, we'll get 1/2 times sine of 4 times pi over 4. So essentially the 4's would cancel out, just leaving us with sine of pi. Remember, sine of pi is 0. So if I'm multiplying 0 by 1/2, I get 0. So we're going to get 0 if we stick in the pi over 4. If we stick in the 0, we're also going to get 0, because remember, sine of 0 is 0. So we'll have sine of 0, which is 0, times 1/2, which is also 0. Anything times 0 is 0. So we'll have 0 minus 0, which is 0. And so if we go back to what we had our 1/2 that was on the outside, and then this is pi over 4. And remember, we'll just add 0 to that, so technically we're not adding anything, but you get the point. And then so essentially here what we'll end up with is just 1/2 multiplied by pi over 4, which obviously gives us pi over 8, which is your answer. So your final answer for this trig integral, hopefully everything made sense. So we're asked to evaluate the integral from 0 to pi over 4, and it was cosine squared of 2x dx that we needed to evaluate, and your answer here is going to be pi over 8. And that's your solution. Okay, so if you guys got any questions about how I got my answer, feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care.